Hello, welcome to our assembly for Monday. I hope you've had a really fab weekend. I hope you've done some really cool stuff. I hope you've been outside. I hope you've been with family and friends. I hope you've done your homework and you are ready for another really cool week in school. There's going to be loads of really nice things for you to do. So what we're going to do this week is, in our assemblies, is we are going to think about our Heartsmart and too much selfie isn't healthy. Okay, so it's about thinking about others, not thinking about yourself, thinking about that being like a selfie, thinking about yourself. And we're going to think about how does it fit in with our mission statement. Okay, so we all aim to be responsible local, national, and global citizens. So we've talked about things where people have thought about others, where they have used their talents, their skills to help other people out, and looking at together how we learn, grow, and dream. And what are we dreaming of? We're dreaming of actually helping other people. So let's have a look at this. Okay. So just have a look at some of those words. And what I want you to do is just in your own head, no talking, think of which one of those words is the most important to you. Which one do you think is the most important? Okay. Which one of those do you think is most important? Okay. Now have a little vote in class and see if we can get some kind of consensus, some kind of a set of ideas, and see what you think. Okay, so you might need to pause the video for this. All right. I wish I could do it. I don't honestly think I could because I picked an answer and then I went, oh, no, actually that one's. So I picked enthusiastic. I've got this quote in a frame on my desk. A little bit dusty. Okay. There. That frame has sat on my desk ever since I started working at Wincham. It says, nothing great was ever achieved without enthusiasm. And it's a quote by somebody called Ralph Waldo Emerson. And he's a pretty cool guy. He said some very wise things. And this was a present from a head teacher that I used to work for, a lady called Mrs. Woods. And she gave me that because I think because enthusiasm is really important. You can't do anything if you're not enthusiastic. But then I thought, actually, you need to be happy and you need to feel safe. Otherwise, you can't be enthusiastic. And if you're not safe, you need to be resilient so that you can keep on going, so that you can be. It all links together. So we're going to see how all of these things link to our too much selfie isn't healthy. Okay, let's have a look. And we're going to think about how it links to our global goals as well. Okay, so we've got lots of things to link in together. Okay, so too much selfie isn't healthy. It's about making sure we can show love and empathy to those around us by being kind and offering our help. And if we are kind and offer our help, then we will start to achieve our global goals. And helping others helps our hearts feel good too. So imagine if you are outside on the playground and you are in, let's say, Hedgehog's class, and Miss Harvey says to just one person says, Riley, could you tidy up all of the playtime games for us, please? Could you pick up all the balls, all the beanbags? Riley's going to sit there and he's going to go, it's a bit of a rubbish job. I'm on my own. It's going to take forever. What would help speed Riley up? What would help? What would make it faster? That's right, if he got other people to do it with him. Because everybody then is taking part. Everybody's taking responsibility. It's not Riley who's looking after everybody. It's everyone who's looking after each other. Now, imagine if you are in Grasshopper's class. If you are in Grasshopper's class and I said to Finn, you've got to collect in all of the books from the boys. And I said to Elfin, you've got to collect in all the books from the girls, but it's a race. And you've got to see who's the fastest. Is it more fun if you're doing it as a bit of a race and it's a bit of a game? So actually, that what you've just done, it's a bit of a game. It's helped Mr. Bounds. because you've collected those books in and you've had a bit of fun doing it. So some jobs can be a lot of fun. They can be fun when you do them. So like we gave the example with Riley and everybody else helping out. It's not difficult, but you're helping everyone. And actually, if you can think, oh, do you know what? I helped somebody today. It makes you feel good. So a small job can make a big, big difference. So what we're going to do today is we're going to think about those little jobs that make a big difference to people. Okay, it might be just something easy for you to do that makes a big difference to somebody else's education. It might be that you say to your friends, yeah, you can join in with our game. And there's lots of girls playing, but you invite a boy into the game because that's gender equality. It might be that you change your game because you realize that somebody else has a particular need and you need to change the way the game is played a little bit so that other people can join in as well. Okay. So there's lots of ways that we can look at our global goals and we can help other people out. Now, here is... Put your hand up and tell your teacher what that is. Put your hand up and tell your teacher. That's right, it's a starfish. Now, this is a famous story. It's quite a short story about a starfish. One day, a man was walking along a beach and he noticed a boy. He was picking something up and gently throwing it back into the ocean. And he approached the boy and said, "What are you doing?" And the boy replied, "I'm throwing starfish back into the ocean. The surf is up, but the tide is going out. And if I don't throw these starfish back into the ocean, it's going to dry out on the sand and die." So the man said, "But boy, don't you realize there's miles and miles and miles of coastline and there's hundreds and hundreds of starfish? You can't possibly throw all the starfish back. You can't possibly make a difference." And after listening politely, the boy bent down, picked up another starfish and threw it back into the surf. And then smiling at the man, he said, "I made a difference to that one." That's a really big deal, that is. He made a difference to one small person or one small starfish. And it's amazing how by thinking about one other person, you can make a big difference to that life, that person. So the boy made a difference to that starfish. He saved its life. So no one is too young to help, and no act of kindness is too small. Even, like we said before, smiling at somebody could make a massive difference. If you're having a grumpy day, actually, when somebody says to you, "Morning," you might make somebody a little bit happier. So in this example, we've got a group of people who are working together. So we can do things in two different ways to help others. We can be active and go out and make a decision. So this is an idea of active because they've said, we're going to go out and we're going to clean up the beach. And they've planned it in advance. They've got the stuff together that they need. They've got the gloves. They've got the bags to put all the rubbish in or whatever. It might be that you plan as a class, you're going to tidy the classroom. It might be that you have a plan as a family where you take it in turns to feed the cat. It might be that you have a plan as a family where you, mums and dads say, right, you can have your iPads, but you've got to tidy your bedroom first. And everybody helps out. Otherwise, it's just mum and dad doing the jobs. So that's an active way of doing it. They are thinking about a situation, they are being active. Now, the other way is responding. We can be responsive. So we can be aware of people and situations around us and respond to what we see. So in this case, we've got two people here who are upset and they're arguing. So they need to think about how to play with each other nicely. So instead of arguing over the ball, we play together. You can comfort a friend who's upset. You can think about the words that you use. You can think about your football game, Dragonflies class. And you could think, well, we keep falling out over it, or it doesn't work where one person is, or a group of people sitting out in a tournament because they get bored. So we can change the game so that we don't have people who are falling out and upset. Okay. And to be Heartsmart, we need to do both. We need to be active, we need to plan these things, but we need to be responsive to a situation as well. So I want you to have a think of someone that you can help today. Okay. Have a think of how you can help someone, and how you can think about all of these words. So that boy in our story was respectful and appreciative of life. He was respecting nature. He was caring and kind. He was resilient because he stuck out that task of helping the starfish. He was enthusiastic about doing it. And he was open-minded. He didn't mind that it was going to be a problem. He was optimistic. He was a global citizen. He was helping out the starfish, which would be part of another ecosystem completely. Okay, so he's all of those things, and he's helping out. He's outside in the outdoors. He's looking for that good health. He's helping out life below water. It's climate action. He's doing all of these things, and he's dreaming of making the world a better place. And as he dreams of making the world a better place, he grows as a person because he's thinking about other people. So too much selfie isn't healthy really links in with together we learn, grow, and dream. It's a really important thing. Okay, so have a think about what you can do to help other people today. Have a think about being active, planning to do something. Maybe you could go home and say to your brother or sister, let's help out mum and dad today. Let's be part of a team. Maybe Dragonfly's class, you could think about that football game and think about how you do it in a different way so that everybody can play right the way throughout lunchtime so that we don't fall out and argue. Okay, have a lovely rest of the day, guys. See you soon. Bye-bye.